Hi guys, Woody here. Welcome back to the channel, and today I've got something a little bit different for you. We're going to do one of the super duper popular rebuilds. Now, if I'm sure you figured it out from the thumbnail and possibly the title, we're actually going to rebuild Preston North End. Now, most of you probably know this. If you don't, the reason why I've chosen Preston North End is they actually were one of the founding members of the English top flight way back in 1889, I think. It was the first season. They actually won the very first season. And in the second season, they won it as well, and they won the FA Cup. And they did that by being invincible. Now, if you remember, Arsenal did that, they did the Premier League invincible 2000, I don't know, I should check my notes, 2005, I don't know, somewhere around there. Anyway, they did invincibles because Preston North End were the first. I'm sure you guys saw all the hype and stuff around there. So I thought, there's all these rebuilds going on. Omega, Luke, and Hood Gaming do a fair few of them. I thought, I'm gonna try my hand at this rebuild shenanigans and see how it goes. I decided on Preston North End because of that fact that they'd won those original two English top division trophies and the FA Cup. So basically, my plan is to, in 5 years, win the Premier League and the FA Cup, doing the double. And if we can do that season invincible, that would be even better, but that one seems a bit of a stretch at the moment. So with that being said, let's go and have a look at Preston North End. Alright guys, here we are with Preston North End, and before we dive into it, I'm just going to say, if you are enjoying this kind of content, let me know down below. If you enjoy this rebuild, let me know. Open for suggestions for another one. And if you are up for that, please subscribe to the channel. It does mean a lot to that. Aiming to get to 200, and you can make that happen. And I mean, if you are up for rebuilds and you subscribe, then you'll know when I do the next one. And I also have a journeyman save as well. Should be cropping up in the top corner right about now. We're looking pretty good in that. It's really getting into it. Good narrative, which is what we all really like. Anyway, we've got that business stuff away. Oh, and don't forget to smash that like button. That's always helps get the video out to more people. So here we are at Preston North End. I have gone forward a little bit. We are literally up at the first game of the season. We're gonna have a bit of a look at the club. I've done a few transfers, and then we'll get going. So Preston, good training facilities, okay youth, decent finances, reputation 3 stars. At the moment, media prediction is 20th, which is so they're not they're not looking that good. Club vision, I believe they want me to get top half, which is going to be quite tough considering the media prediction has us down in 20. Fourth round of the FA Cup and third round of the Carabao Cup. They want me to reach the playoffs by the end of next year. I'm hoping to get promoted this year. That's the plan. We're within the wage budget, obviously, all those kinds of things there. So let's go and just have a look back at the Championship and the season preview here. So first the media is 20, it's actually 13th. That is kind of mid-table. So the media have us mid-table here. We don't have anybody in this top team here. Good players that we've got, I bet you we've got none in here. David Iverson, who is our goalkeeper on loan from Leicester, and one of our other signings there, Gaetano Berardi, former Leeds man. So got him on a free. He's a good fullback. Anyway, defender. Let's go and have a look at the transfers I did so far. So transfer history, players out, no one as of yet. Jamie Thomas has gone out on loan. Players in, most of these I didn't get in, they were all sort of done. Daniel Iverson, the goalkeeper I mentioned before. We've got Sam Greenwood from Leeds on loan. I feel like we lack a bit of firepower up here. He's a really good young kid, and he can play kind of across the front there and up front, and he's really good, and he's come in on loan. Like I said, Gaetano Berardi has come in. He's a good defender. He's a little bit old, 32, but he's still physically quite good, and his aggression, he's brave, and all those kinds of things there, and can cover a variety of positions across the back there. So I think he could be a really good squad player for us, even though he's coming in as a star player. We've then picked up another former Leeds player. Oh my god, there's slight Leeds bias here if you haven't noticed, but I'm just saying he's a good player. Jack Clark, who hasn't really found his way at the moment with Tottenham. Leeds did a great deal with a great deal, $9.5 million. We've got him on loan. I think he'll offer us something really special this year. He's got some good pace, and once again a fill in on that left and right side, multiple positions. The last signing where we've actually spent a little bit of the money, because we did have some, is this guy here, Suleiman Abdullah. He's come in from Union Berlin. 400k. Once again, he can play up front on the left and a pinch on the right there. But I like his pace and acceleration, and he's nice and brave as well. He's got some decent stats, 24, a little bit of room to grow, so he should be looking good. Finances wise, we did have 3 million. I've spent about $1 million-ish of that. We're looking pretty good in here. Overall balance, projection wise, wow, we're losing money, obviously. That's why we need to get promoted, and we're under the wage budget, and we've got a decent scouting budget as well. I have gone in and filled up the staff. That was really lacking, and we still are lacking a little bit in the physiotherapy department, but we have a really good recruitment team, best in the division by the looks of it, and some decent coaches here. So I filled all that in, got myself a good assistant and stuff. And one other thing that I really had to do as a Leeds fan was this man was his name. This man was the director of football. So I said, see you later, Peter Ridsdale, because I was not going to have him at the club. If you don't know, he kind of basically destroyed Leeds. But anyway, enough of that. That is all in the past. So tactics wise, I did employ this one, but we're not actually using that when we haven't been using this one. I've downloaded this one from GYRFM. It is his 4-2-3-1 Swanzalona tactic. Now, this guy, I think his name is Gareth. I've kind of stole this from Hood Gaming. He does some really good tactics. If I remember, I will put this down in the description. You can download it. This is an amazing tactic. It really, Hood Gaming has got a video on this tactic, and it is just brilliant. It is just brilliant. So I am going to use like a bit of a plug and play tactic for this, because it's going to be my assistant taking over. So all right, I think this is our best 11 here. It's Iverson in goal. We've got Olu Sunday at right back. He is actually injured for a time being, so 2 months for him. Bauer, Vanderberg there, and Andy Hughes on the left there. He's out for 3 months. This guy here, Ali McCann, 21-year-old, he looks really good. And also as well, Alan Brown, the Irish midfielder, in that deep-lying playmaker role. Clark on the left, Suleiman Abdulali Ahi on the left. I'm going to butcher that. Sam Greenwood in that shadow striker spot. And then this guy up front, Emil Riss, he looks pretty decent. Shame about his long throws, because I like a good long throw. We can kind of pick the bench however he feels, I guess. We'll see how that goes. He'll move those ones out there, and we'll go ahead and simulate the season, and we'll see what's happened. We'll be back in a second. All right, and we're back, and a whole year has passed. Boom, just like that. That was the magic of editing. And here we are, and Preston have finished 5th in the championship, and by the looks of it, playoffs. 5-4 over Sheffield United. They lost 2-1. They must have won the first leg 4-2, I think. Yeah, we'll have a look at that in a minute. But that's really good. So Fulham in the final for a spot in the Premier League. So not too bad. Have a look at the league table there. Finished 5th. 82 points, not too bad. Quite a way away from Bournemouth and West Brom. Huddersfield, Peterborough and Derby go down. Obviously, poor Derby there are gone. Now, I did come back in January just to have a look at a few things, see how it was going. A couple of guys left there. Nothing really major here. A couple of people who just we needed to get out weren't playing. Brought in one player, another player from Leeds, Alessandro Borginoro. Centre back, as we lost some. Lost a centre back there, so he came in there, and by all accounts hasn't been too bad. 11 appearances, 1 goal, 1 player of the match for an average of 7.07. So Club Vision, they're disappointed that I haven't signed under 23s. Yeah, okay, but please foul on that one. All right, whatever. Let's not get too hung up on that. Let's go and have a look at the schedule, see how we did. Pretty good opening start here. We were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 league games undefeated, and then it all came undone, and we didn't win for 4. October, 2 wins to bookend a pretty disastrous middle there. November wasn't great either. December was really bad as well. Really must have been struggling there. Let's have a look at that league table. December sort of time, yeah, sort of dropped down to 6. But after that really good start, that's a real shame there that we dropped off there. Came back in January and once again off to a flying start there, beating Fleetwood in, that must be the FA Cup, undefeated in January. Then came into February, the one loss against Forest, a 1-0 loss. And then we kind of peeled off again in March. Disappointing in March as we went out in the extra time in the FA Cup to actual eventual winners, Brentford, winning the FA Cup there. Very weird. Coming into April, pretty decent. Lost to Derby. How did that happen? Lost to Fulham, who we actually going to face today, and then Middlesbrough. Yeah, beat Sheffield United 4-2, and then lost 2-1 away. So we have got from there. So pretty decent season all in all. Not too bad, I would say. Just having a look at the tactics. I've just had a bit of a dip in here before. We are absolutely stretched bare. If you have a look here, we'll go to Unavailable Players. We've got Matt on a Sunday. He's actually suspended. We've got our Italian defender from Leeds, Alessandro. He's also suspended. Suleiman is out with an injury. He's probably not going to quite make it either. So we really like, and Gaetano Berardi is not quite fit. We've had to give Cunningham, who is a left back, some injections to play this game just because we've got nobody at right back. So this is exciting stuff. Hopefully we can get into the Premier League. One thing we haven't done is we haven't actually checked on the statistics. Average rating, we've got about 9 players there, averaging 7, which is good. Goals rise, Riss on 21. Clark on 12, 11 for Maguire, 11 for Bowell, the centre back and assists, 14 for Brown, 10 for Greenwood, 9 for Maguire, and 8 for McCann. I might actually, you know what? We'll just a little bit cheeky here, mix it up. A little bit of different tactic here. Maguire's going to come off for Sinclair. And I was going to play the game, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to instant result it in the interest of time, because, sort of 4 more years to get through in transfer windows. Right, yeah, we'll go continue. And fingers crossed, come on. Can we do the business against Fulham? Come on, boys. Come on, Preston. Oh, we've done it! We've done it! We've beaten Fulham 2-1. Get in. Look at that. That we absolutely dominated that game. Wow. Let's have a look here at the, what's going on here? Chapter wobbly. 35 shots from them. Their XG was 3, ours was 2. Wow, they really dominated. Can we get the... No, it's gone all funny. Wow, that was amazing. Absolutely amazing. 520k per week and 26 million to spend. That is an absolute massive jump on the moment what we've got, because we were pretty close to it, and we've jumped us 200 odd k. Preston promoted to Premier Division. Wow. My assistant manager there leading for 5 weeks. Wow. Bowell was amazing. We're going to put his arm around Antonio's impels in the air. So there it is, guys. There's the season done. We have scraped in, beating Fulham 2-1 in the playoffs. That was excellent stuff. And Preston are back in the Premier League. So now we'll go away. We'll get up to the first game of the season. I'll do a whole bunch of transfers and whatnot, and then we'll go and simulate Preston's first season in the Premier League for a long time. They got relegated in 60-61 and have not been back since. Pretty big staple in the Premier League, and like I said, those 2 first, second, and then kind of all went a bit down. Runners up a couple of times, but 1960 was the first time they even went down to League One, didn't they? So, right, let's go and have a look at the transfers, shall we? Alright guys, so we are at the well, right at the beginning of the very first game in the Premier League, and it is actually, we've got Liverpool, and the schedule is very tight. You have a look, we've got Liverpool, 2 days break, then Leeds, 3-day break, then Everton. Obviously, because the World Cup was starting a bit earlier, and those games are really, really squashed together. So, that being said, let's go and have a look at some of the things that have happened. So first off, finances. We'll start with that. Looking pretty good at the moment. We've still got some transfer budget and a bit of wage budget here as well. So we'll see how that goes. We've still got about a month, 2 months, I think, of the transfer window. Obviously, season starting earlier, but I think we're done with transfers. I might add in 1 or 2 as the game sort of goes on before that window shuts, but very unlikely. Club vision, obviously, you want us to fight bravely against relegation. 4th round of the FA Cup and 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. Schedule-wise, a couple of friendlies we didn't do too bad. Yeah, as I said, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. Obviously, that's the Carabao Cup, but 8 league games until that window does shut. It's not a too bad a run. We've got Liverpool, obviously, in there, Man United, Tottenham, and Man City to round out that first couple here. And obviously, we have that break in December. We've only got the 1 game against Aston Villa because of the World Cup, and we will finish the season with Southampton, Villa, and West Brom. So I think they're winnable games, and you look at the one before that is Bournemouth. So there could be a late push there for us. We'll see how that goes. Let's go and have a look at the transfers then that I've brought in over the summer. Alright, so as you can see here, we've got about 11 players in and 9 going out the door. Got 24 million for them, and we bought 17, so not too bad. We only had about 20 million to spend anyway. Players out, just a lot of these guys here. Andrew Hughes, 30-year-old, not going to make the cut. Daniel Johnson. Something actually weird that happened when we got promoted. A lot of these players, Daniel Johnson was one of them, had a promotion wage rise of about 100%. And I had heaps of room left in the budget, and it ticked over, and I'm like, what is going on here? So I had to move these guys, but obviously then their wages are huge, so it was a bit of a pain in the butt. And he's gone. Greg Cunningham is gone as well. Josh Earl, he's a young kid there. Ben Whiteman as well. But the big one is Emil Riss. We managed to sell him to Hertha for 20 million. They came in straight off the bat, 20 million, and I was like, yeah, sure, have him, because I don't think he's going to make the cut in the Premier League. And we wanted to get someone else in, so he was gone out the door. Players out the door, you'll notice one player out the door there, who wasn't there last year. That is Lorenzo Luca. Now, he is the awesome Italian striker from Pisa. Get him. We bought him for 6 million, but unfortunately he can't get a work permit, so he's gone out on loan to Anderlecht, but he does become really, really good. So I wanted to snap him up, but he's already worth almost 30 million, so we got him in nicely. I don't think there was... so these are a couple here that came at the end of the season. We'll go over them. So we've got Omar Richards. He's coming at left back. He's come from Bayern, English, 24 years old. Nice and pacey, good fitness, 3.5 stars. So I think he'll be really good in that left back position for us. Lorenzo Luca, who we've already spoken about. Daniel Villava, a 30-year-old Argentinian diminutive winger, 158. He is quite small, but he is pacey as, good determination, dribbling, all that. He's just going to give us better options on those wings, and he came in pretty damn cheaply for 500k, so that was a good one. We also got in Christian Ortiz from Tijuana, another Argentinian right winger this time. He's got some fairly good stats, nothing to really write home about, but once again came in for 2 million, and he's already worth like a good 6 to 8 million, so we can put the profit on him. We needed an upgraded players, and I didn't have a lot of budget to work with. Then we get back over here to as Christian Ortiz as well. We needed a goalkeeper as well. I bought in Predrag Rajkovic, Serbian goalkeeper. Got him in from Rennes. He was transfer listed, so really, really cheap at 1.5. He's already worth 5 million. He's a good goalkeeper. He's definitely a good choice there for us. Still 26 as well. We then got Nathan Phillips in from Liverpool. Once again, transfer listed, nice and free. Nice and cheap. 1.3 million there. He's big with a big jumping reach. He's got some good stats, and he's relatively young at 25. So just to shore up that defence, it wasn't that great to begin with. We've got Chong then from Man United. I feel he's had a massive upgrade in this version compared to previous, like last year. I don't think he was that good. His determination is a lot better. He's fast, so he's going to give us options behind the striker and on the wing as well. He's 4.5 star current potential, and we got him for free, so that would be nice. We then bought Zaidu Youssef to play in that midfield, 3.5 star potential, 4.5. He's got some good stats, 23 years old. Once again, 2.5 million from Satan PM. It is an absolute steal. I thought just to really chunk up that midfield a bit. We need another defender as well, so we got in Mortis Jens from FC Lorient. 23-year-old German. He came in for 4 million. Once again, nice, big, strong, powerful defender. 3.5 stars. Once again, a lot better. Actually trained at Fulham. How funny is that? Didn't notice that. Oh yeah. Didn't even know he played there. Look at that. Learn something new every day. I think he's a real upgrade on it. So we've got 3 good central defenders in there, which should be good. We then brought Kai Janahova in just on loan. He gives us a good option at left back and right back and centre of defence as well. So someone to just sort of back up there across, especially that left and right back position. Andre Anderson then came in from Lazio. I can't believe I got this guy for 1 million. He was transfer listed and there were a heap of clubs in for him. So I was like, yeah, hell's yeah, 1 million. He's already worth 21 to 23. I didn't play much for Lazio last year, but I was like, we're taking him. He'll probably play behind the striker in that shadow striker position, but can also drop back in the midfield as well. He's got a lot of high stats here as well. It's quite deceiving because of the way the colours are, but a lot of 15s and 14s in here. I should change them, make the players look a lot better. And we got Dylan Levitt in then. He came in for free from Manchester United, 21 years old, looks pretty good, 4.5 star potential squad player. There's good passing. I like his stats. He looks pretty decent. And last signing, well, we've still got one more coming in, is Ezekiel Panetta, Argentinian, 23-year-old, another Argentinian. Once again, transfer listed. Right, no, he wasn't transfer listed, but I got him for 5 million. One of our more expensive signings. As you can see here, he'll be dropping into midfield and playing behind striker there. And potentially up front as well, because he can do that in pinch rate, anticipation, decisions, determination. He is going to look pretty good. So really, really excited about these signings. I think there's enough in there to keep us up. And hopefully not get relegated, because remember, we got to win the league and the FA Cup in 5 years. 4 years now, because we've already had one. There's one more player who might be coming in. Well, he is coming in. I just had to delay it because the wrist transfer was taking time. Let's go have a look at him. And the last player who'll be arriving in a couple of days is Brian Fernandez, another Argentinian. I have really rated the Argentinian leagues. Just under a million, which is good. So I thought it was a good option up front since we sold risk. He's 27. Like, we'll be able to turn a profit on him anyway. He looks pretty decent here. Good acceleration and the like, composure, decisions. Off the ball is excellent and good finishing. So he's just going to come in, hopefully then for a year or two, until Lorenzo Luca can get his work permit. Fingers crossed. Tactics-wise, forgot this, shoehorning it in. We're still going with the GYRFM 4231 Swans Alona tactic. Now, I've picked a couple of players in here who I think these guys need to really stay in here most of the season. Obviously, that is Omar Richards at left back and Matt Olu Sunday at right back, because we don't really have any better options. And when I quick picked it, the computer decided to put Karjanahova in at right back, where I'm not sure he's quite as good as Olu Sunday. Rejakovic in goal. I want Jens here. This other spot here can be fought out between the likes of Nathan Phillips and the German guy, I've forgotten his name, Patrick Bauer. So both 3 stars. We'll see how they go. Alan Brown, the Irishman, he's our captain, so I want him to stay there. He's probably not our best midfielder, but captain, kind of keep him there, you know, bit of faith there. And Andre Anderson, I want him to play behind the striker in that shadow striker role. The other ones I'll kind of leave up to the my trusted assistant to get right there. Hopefully he can make some good choices. We'll look to rotate these pacey wide men that we've got, Vilava, Ortiz, and Chong as well. And obviously we should probably put Yusuf. Yeah, I'll let him pick those ones. Sounds pretty good. Anyway, guys, that is where we stand at the moment. Like I said, I don't think any. I just noticed Zidane. I'm just going to go with Zidane because I've just lost the ability to say his first name. He's actually manager of Liverpool. Didn't notice that. When did that happen? History of managers. So Klopp, actually, he got sacked. You got sacked in November last year? Wow. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to go away. We're going to play the whole season, obviously, and hopefully these signings that I've made are going to make some difference and we don't get relegated. Fingers crossed. Let's go and find out what happens, eh? And miraculously, we've survived relegation, and we've done even better than that. We have finished 14th in the Premier League. So we were pretty good, actually, most of the time. We were mostly down at 15th and just kind of peaked up towards the end. We're at the heat points of 8 after 2-3 games. So that was comforting. English FA Cup knocked out in third round by Leicester, and Carabao Cup second round by Middlesbrough. A bit of a blow there, but the main thing is securing that promotion. Now, eagle-eyed amongst you would have noticed the top scorer for Preston is this man here, Yusufa Makoko. Now, I bought him in January. He joined on the 2nd of January on loan from Borussia Dortmund. Felt like we needed just a bit more punch, and he gave us that. That's a pretty good record. His average rating isn't great, but the best thing about it is this: an optional fee of 40 million. So we could potentially sign him next year. Might try. I don't think we'll get 40 million. I don't think I'm going to blow the whole budget on him. So I might try and just get a that on loan, him on loan again. But having a look here, we started off good, lost to Liverpool 1-0, that's not too bad. Beat Leeds 4-0 and then drew with Everton 1-0 and then went on 3 losses in a row, including the Carabao Cup there. Beat Tottenham, couple more losses, win 2 wins in a row against Brentford and Brighton, that was good. And the break here for the World Cup, which we should probably see who won the World Cup, hey, since we're here. Quickly, World Cup, Spain. Spain won the World Cup. We beat Argentina 1-0. Italy won third place. Going back, England knocked out to Holland in the quarterfinals on penalties. Okay. When we came back after the World Cup, we had a bit of a horrible run. 1 win there in the beginning of January, and 7-2 over Southampton. Now that's crazy. But then we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games without a win. Then we came back and we picked up a couple, 4 more wins and 4 more draws for the season. I thought these last 4 games would be pretty easy for us, but in fact they were not that good. And in the end, finishing 14th is probably, let's just blow this out a bit, probably not too bad. 10 wins, 9 draws, 19 losses, 58 goals for, 79 against, some big negative goal difference there. But realistically, on 39 points, we were a good 11 away from Brighton, and Leeds got relegated. That really sucks. Anyway, squad-wise, having a look here, Rajakovic played well, sort of, I guess. It's hard. Best average rating was Lorenzo Luca, who's not even at the club. Hopefully we can get him back the next year because he's going to be a beast. As you can see, he already scored 28 goals in 39 appearances for Anderlecht. Other than that, Patrick Bauer, he got 6 goals. Centre-back was pretty good again in the air. Other than that, goals-wise, we had Yusuf Makoko with 11, Andre Anderson with 9, assists-wise, Alan Brown with 12, and Andre Anderson with 8, and Omar Richards with 7. Not a lot to write home there, unfortunately, but everyone seems pretty happy. There's a few players who didn't really play as much. Ali McCann probably needs to play a bit more. 23 important player. Tom Bayliss as well. 24-year-old squad player, but he didn't feature at all. Dylan Levitt got a massive injury. And everyone else was, yeah, okay. So let's have a look here at the end of season review. New arrivals, we'll go through this pretty quickly, we won't spend too much time on this. Signing of the season was, where was signing of the season? Have they given signing of the season to Dylan Levitt? What a weird choice. Anyway, A- for that, D for that, C- for that, because we didn't quite get where we got, but mid-table is excellent for us considering we were 800 to 1 to get relegated, whatever it was. When we were favourites to finish 20th. So there it is. Biggest win, match remember, 4-0 win over Leeds. That was our second game. Looking pretty good with the sponsorship, broadcast, all that kind of jazz. Up shirts, Bauer, Levitt, Yusuf, Anderson, and McCann. How we lined up. That's the best team. Like I said, unfortunately, not too much to write home about. I've got a 7 rating for Patrick Bauer. Should be green though. I don't know why it isn't. That's interesting. No awards for me. Club awards. Patrick Bauer got player of the season. Morty's got young player. Signing was Dylan Levitt. Yusuf Makoko, top scorer. Alan Brown, the assists. All that kind of jazz. And the record breakers. 3 goals in the match by Andre Anderson. Most goals in the league match. Andre Anderson was just 15 yellow cards. Alan Brown. Wow. And obviously we know about that other stuff. So there is the finish for that. The club expectation for next season. Let's have a look at that. They want us to... Okay. I'm just going to confirm that. I had a couple of their under 23s playing entertaining football and spend the original transfer budget. Okay. End of team meeting. Now, what I like to do with these just quickly is the club vision for next season is bright. Fight bravely against relegation. So we are going to tell the boys that something I want you to interested because we're going to relegation battle and they're all happy. That's positives. Yep, excellent. No promises. And we're going to leave. I wonder if I've got budgets. Here's the budgets. 905k and 48 million. Oh, that is tasty. That is tasty. So that is good because that was an extra 300k on what? Well, committed spending here. That 300k more than we're actually spending over that. 3.5 actually, almost 334. Do the math properly. And 48 million in the bank. Next season's minimum will be 24, but 67 million in the bank. We are loaded. A Premier League club, obviously. Having a quick look at the squad, I definitely, I don't know, I think we need some more improvement up front. Although having a look, I'll have a look at the data hub and see what we need. But anyway, I'm going to go away, do the off-season shenanigans, and we'll be back with whatever transfers I've done at the beginning of the season, and we'll go for our second season in the Premier League, trying to get that title and that FA Cup. If we can be invincible, that will be the icing on the cake. See you in a bit. Alright, so we're back for the beginning of the season. We've got a couple more weeks of transfer window left open. I'm pretty good with the transfers. I don't think we're going to make any more. Anyway, so look here, Premier Division, the media preview has us 18th. 501, we were 801 last year. Hopefully we can finish better than 14th, which we did last year, so that'll be good. We got no one in the team with the Media Dream 11. Obviously, let's go and Club Vision is bravely against relegation, 4th round and 3rd round of the Cups. Finances wise, we've still got 10 million in the bank and we are spending a bit much here, but that's alright, whatevs. Transfers, this is the important one here. So we've got one transfer that's hopefully coming in, Benjamin Sesko, the Slovenian wonder kid. He's amazing. He's coming in for about 10 million, plus a few add-ons from Leipzig, getting his work permit. He is amazing. Sign him if you can. So as you can see here, pretty good average rating and return for goals. So he is hopefully coming in very, very soon. We rejected a bid from Freiburg for Mortis Jens, but transfer history. Let's have a quick look here. Players out. We got rid of Tom Bayliss, went for 350. Ortiz, he's old, not very good. He's out on loan. Players in. We got Pascal Stroik, because Leeds got relegated. He's very good on this version. As you can see, 4 stars already. He's pretty much already peaked, 24 years old, but he is really, really good. And Andreas Schedrup, this guy, Norwegian, 19 years old, signed him for 5 million. He is now worth 32 to 40 million. He is another amazing player in this game. Sign him if you can. Obviously, these rebuilds, I know all the good players, so I'm signing them. Got to speed this up a little bit. So they're the ones that happened at the end of last season. Back to this season, a few players out for 8.5 million. Patrick Bauer, the biggest one, he went to Fiorentina for 7.5. A couple of small ones. Connor Ripley weirdly went to Liverpool. They bid for him because they need to get rid of him. Anyway, these are the players in. We've got Giorgio Scalavini, the Italian, 19 years old. He looks pretty good. He'll be 4th choice there. Mokoko's come in for another loan, so that's excellent. Adam Holzer coming in from Sparta Prague. He is another amazing wonder kid. Signed him, already played 30 times for the Czech Republic. He's coming for 9 million plus some add-ons, but he is out injured for a while. Unfortunately, Pierre Kalulu, he's coming for right back. He looks pretty decent, and he was transfer listed as well, so 7.5 for him. Really happy there. Michael Cuisance is coming from Bayern Munich, super cheap there, 500k. He's fairly decent. He is a bit injury prone, as he's already out injured at the moment, but hopefully he gives us a bit of bulk in that midfield, and is good at corners too. Yusuf Demir has come in on loan from Man City, another really good player, so he will probably play behind striker there. Probably could have got someone who was our own and maybe a bit better, but Zach Hemming is a backup goalkeeper, nothing to write home about there. Valentin Bracco is a Argentinian left back. We needed some cover there, and he's come in as a breakthrough prospect, and he's already worth like 15 to 18 million after paying 6 for him. Ayadin, another midfielder, German, got him from Bayern this time, coming in for 3.5 million. Once again, I wanted a player for every position, 2 players for every position, and we've got that. And these are just some young kids who we don't have a lot of kids in the reserve, so I've just brought them in. Right, this is going to line up in Swanzalona. Tactic still. I did have a bid for Rejakovic coming from Tottenham, who are really, he's unhappy about this. Where am I going here? Which is quite weird, because we actually put in a bid for the goalkeeper Tottenham have actually signed, Ilian Melier. Obviously, he decided to go to them instead of us. So they signed him, yet they've put in a bid for our goalkeeper. And it was really cheap. Klopp's in charge of them at the moment. And I was like, no. So he's kind of cracked it a bit. He's in goal. Kalu, Stroke, Scalvini. But I'm thinking more so we might go for Jens there, I think. Get 3 stars, or is Scalvini 2.5? Yeah, so we'll play Jens there. Omar Richards on the left. Brown is still the only Preston player left. He's the captain, so it's quite hard to drop in. Andre Ensen's moving with that deep line playmaker. Andreas on the left. McCoke on the right. Yusuf Demir there. And obviously the man, the myth, Lorenzo Luca got his work permit, so he is now a proper Preston player after going out on Anderlecht last year and smashing it. We've got rid of his minimum fee as well. Got rid of a couple other guys' minimum fees. That's where we're going to line up. Subs are all there. 2 players for every position. Obviously got Holzer. Yusuf is suspended, and Michael Cuisance is out for 4 weeks as well. I'm probably actually going to move Makoko from that position, move Yusuf Demir from that position. I will clear the subs. I think this is how we're probably going to line up with these guys here, and I'll let the assistant take those, because he'll probably slip in Adam Holzer into that spot. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead to the end of the season. Fingers crossed, we remember league title and FA Cup. If we can do it with Invincible, that'd be even better. See you in a bit. Wow, what an absolutely amazing season. Seventh. That is absolutely incredible. Got a Euro Conference League, Euro Cup 2 spot as well, so that'll be nice. A little bit of extra cash, reputation, getting some decent players in. It is a little bit of a spanner in the works, because maybe we've got another competition to contend with, and I obviously can't be assistant manager. I only want to focus on the Premier Division and the FA Cup. FA Cup knocked out in the quarterfinal by Arsenal, and we don't really care about that Carabao Cup. Let's quick dip into the finances. 34 in the bank, slightly over the wage budget. The board is super duper happy. Upset at the Carabao Cup, but everything else they're pleased as punch. Transfers wise, no one new came in January. I guess let's have a look at the squad and how we fared. Selection wise, Rejakovic, he's now happy to stay at the club, which is good, although he is now only a 2.5 star keeper, so might be getting rid of him soon. And his price is really cheap. I don't know why it's dropped down so much there. Anyway, goal wise, Lorenzo Luca, 26 goals. He actually, if we have a look at the Premier League here, he is second for the Golden Boot behind Erling Haaland with an astonishing 49. That was ridiculous, but 26 from the young Italian, he's only going to get better. Look at those clubs interested in him. Wow.
Luckily, we got rid of his minimum fee. So if he does go, we'll be getting a lot for him. Holzer chipped in with 14, 10 for Andreas, and 10 for Pascal Stroik as well, who's also wanted by West Ham. He's not going there. Assists-wise, 10 for Andreas. He was amazing. And 9 for Brown, and Kalulu 7. Average rating-wise, obviously Luca, Stroik, Kalulu, and Holzer. Or Ali McCann just a little bit there, but he'll probably be going. Hasn't really featured too much and isn't quite up to standard. So done pretty good there. Quite happy. Use for Lukaku. A lot of appearances off the bench. We'll see how that goes. Just did a massive sneeze. Luckily, I felt it in time and paused it. Anyway, so that's outstanding. We've got 2 years left to win the Premier League and the FA Cup. I have a feeling we can do it. We'll go ahead and we'll skip forward to. I've got to go through all this news, and we'll go and have a look at what we're getting next year for budget, and just have a quick look at the season review. All right, season review. So the starting of the season was Adam Holzer, surprisingly. Thought it would have been possibly someone else. Pascal Stroik maybe, but I suppose 9 million for him was good. Didn't like Michael Cuisance. Got the players here, they decided we were right in the end. Pretty good all round. Excellent season results. We're happy with that. That was pretty good. Ooh, how did we go in the FA Cup? We beat Doncaster, beat Sheffield United, beat Liverpool. Wow, and lost the Arsenal back. Gutting. Premier League. I noticed here as well at one point, look, the second dizzy heights. Then we had a horrendous run of form. That would have been 9 games in. So that would have been here. We beat Arsenal on day 1. That was excellent. Then we had a shocking one here. Tottenham, City, drew Bournemouth, lost to Liverpool, lost to Leicester. Tough ones there. 5 games unbeaten, drawing with Chelsea as well. Then lost to Arsenal and Everton and drew with United, beat Southampton, Wolves. The form's a bit patchy and we're losing to those big teams. That's all beat Chelsea there, that's a nice one. And lost to Liverpool there as well. They're the teams we've got to beat if we want to get this league. Beat Newcastle 6-2. Luca getting 5 goals there. Wow. And match remember beating Everton 4-1 all season, and the rest there. Finances wise, broadcast revenue is down. Everything else is excellent. Holzer, Luca, Stroik, Kalulu, and Brown getting the shirts in. Money. We're in the Premier League. How we lined up? Luca, Andreas, Demir, Holzer, Yusuf, Brown, Richards, Jens, Stroik, Kalulu, and Rajakovic in goal. No awards for me, no competition awards. Lorenzo Luca, fans player, young player, something in the season holds it. Goal of the season, top scorer 26, most of 6'10. We need to improve that, but these guys will improve as we go. 26 goals in the league, 5 in a game, that's incredible. And Brown just breaking his discipline record there all the time. Right, there's the season review, there's that. You don't need to worry about that. Can we get finances for next year? Is that Haaland wins everything? Shot Lorenzo Luca, it's goal scorer, goal season, Fatty wins, young player, Spanish. Will be showing progress. Luca keen to discuss future. What's the finances why? We'll go and find that in a minute. Right, so here's our budgets: 1.1 million in wages and 52 million in transfer budget. That is excellent. The one problem we do have is Luca. He wants to leave. Wants to move to a big club, but he has no minimum fee. And I did say to him that if a decent offer comes in, we couldn't arrange a decent offer. I went to 1 million. He said no, but I'm only going to take 1 million for him. We didn't get in. Actually, I meant to say Benjamin Sesko. We couldn't get him in the end because under 21 player. We couldn't get him in. But if Luca goes, this is the man we will probably make a move for. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go away, do all the summer shenanigans. 2 years left for Preston to win the league and the FA Cup and maybe be invincible. Let's go and see what the summer brings to say. Alright guys, here we are, the beginning of another season. This is the 4th season in this Preston rebuild. Let's go and have a look at a few things. Finances wise, I have spunked the wage budget. Yes, I have spunked the transfer budget, and the wage budget we are over. But one of the club vision things was spend all of the transfer budget, which we've done. Spend the original transfer budget. They're delighted to work with the wage budget, struggling. So obviously avoid relegation, 5th round, 4th round today for this. The main one you guys obviously want to look at is the transfers. Now, we haven't been super duper busy in the transfer market. I don't think we still spent 110 million and let 16.25 go. We bought in Gonzalo Villar. We needed to bolster up that midfield, and he's come in there. He cost us 6.5 million from Stuttgart there. Really good buy. We beat Arsenal to him, so really, really happy to sign him. 3.5 stars, so we go straight in there. He looks pretty decent too. Benjamin Sesko, guy who I spoke about last episode, we finally got him, cost him 40 million though. He looks very good. So now with him and Luca did want to leave. We negotiated that he can leave for 80 million, and no one has come in for that so far. So I'm probably going to play 2 up front with these two because they're both pretty good maybe. We then needed to upgrade a goalkeeper. We spent 45 million on Justin Bajillo. He's a 3-star at the moment, so he's just a little bit better than Predrag Rajakovic was. So he's come in there just to bolster us in that goalkeeper. We then spent 17.5 million on Niall Umyarov. He's a Russian midfielder. He's pretty good too. Usually a DM, but which we don't play, but he's really, really good there. Good composure, determination, teamwork, and he's 24 as well. We then bought Thiago Almeida in. You all know him, the Wonder Kid. He's on loan just to give us a bit more options behind the striker and on those 2 wing parts there as well. Option to buy 5 million, so we could have him next season. And obviously this young Scottish striker Cameron he looks pretty good, but one for the future. Players out, the big ones really. Zaidu Yusuf, I wasn't going to sell him, but I got a decent bit of 8 million in from Freiburg, and I said sure. Andre Anderson, same again, 6 million. We only paid 1 million for him, so I was letting him go. Rajakovic, we eventually sold him for basically a tick over of what we paid. Alan Brown has actually left. He let his contract expire. He's gone to FC Utrecht. Unfortunate because he had 365 appearances for Preston, and he was the captain, so he is gone at the moment. A couple of others, fringe players and young players, out on loan. Annoyingly, Zach Hemming left to go on that thing called loan, and Declan Rudd injured himself for a couple of months, so that's annoying. Premier League wise, the media reckon we're going to finish 11th. We were down at 15th, climbed up to 11th now, but obviously they think we're doing a little bit better. Like I said, aims to win an FA Cup, go invincible, that will be amazing. So the tactic I've made here, I've moved the shadow striker up here, and it's going to be a target forward, which is going to be that man Lorenzo Luca. Hopefully no one else comes in for him. I don't think Bayer Leverkusen have got 80 million to spend on him, so he's there with Sesko in that advanced forward role. I'm going to let the assistant manager pick the winners. We've got a fair smack there with Almeida, Yusuf Demir, Makoko as well, Holzer, and Andreas as well. So a fair little whack. He's actually not as good as we thought it was going to be. But we missed that transfer. We missed the transfer because it happened last year. Ismail Benacer, he's coming from AC Milan for 12.5 million. So once again, just to bolster up that midfield, he's good. And a couple of others went out. Ali McCann went to Nottingham Forest, and Chom went to QPR for 2 million. So yeah, Villa and Benacer in that midfield. I want them there. Richards on the left, Kalulu on the right, Stroke in the centre, assisting to beat the other one, and Vigilo there. So I think that's good. I'm going to leave it like that. We're going to do the same business again. I'm going to simulate the whole season, and we'll come back at the end. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Fingers crossed. Just chew on this in. Forgot to... our friendlies went excellently. Barcelona 3-1. But if you remember last season, we did qualify for the Euro 2 spot. We actually lost that. Because I'll show you here, we don't want that long, we're not the stages. We lost out because Bournemouth, who just avoided relegation by 7 points, actually won the FA Cup. Yeah, so the FA Cup has been a bit weird these last couple of years. Brentford, Sheffield United, and Bournemouth have won the FA Cup. If you have a look here, Manchester United have lost twice. So we're out of Europe, which is okay. It's not a thing. I guess this is good. Gets concentrate on the league and the FA Cup. What an amazing season we came for. We've secured Champions League football, which is excellent. FA Cup, that was disappointing. We were knocked out in the the third round by Southampton. Runners up in the Carabao Cup. Wow. And fourth in the league by quite a distance, actually, ahead of Arsenal. And quite a distance from the top three here. That is excellent. Newcastle, West Brom, and Brighton go down. Wow. Finances wise, I'm not sure I've been given you budgets yet. I don't think so. Anyway, let's have a look at the schedule, how we went. We'll filter out. What have we done? Oh my god. Panic, FA Cup. Well, that was. We had Southampton, and then we replay, I guess. That's a replay, and then we just bowled that. That was disappointing. Carabao Cup. We Morecambe, QPR, West Brom, Fulham, Villa, and then lost to Man City in the final. Absolutely gutting that one. The Premier League. How did that one go? Not too bad here. Any ones that kind of stand out? Losing to West Brom, losing to Southampton, losing to Villa. Those are tough ones there as well. But we had a nice string here in December. Just losing to Everton, but beating Chelsea. Like, it's really hot and cold. Great January beating Manchester United. And nice little run here. And a couple of games. We're losing. What's the Bournemouth there? That was disappointing. Losing to a couple of losses there, but mainly the losses were to those big teams. Stats-wise, average rating, Jorginho, he only played 12 games. Let's have a look at the goals. The goals are important. So, Sesko and Luca up top are amazing, 36 and 27 respectively. They are wanted. Tottenham, Dortmund, I reckon we can hold them off. Luca, does he still want to leave? That is the key. It's not overly wanting to leave anymore, but that's good. Assists-wise, we've got 16 from Ismail Bennacer. He was a good signing. 9 from Makoko, 16 goals. Holzer, yeah, so some pretty good, and the average ratings were really, really good all round there. A couple of players didn't play too much. Andreas and Nathan Phillips. They're not playing too much, to be honest. They're those bit part players. Gonzalo Villa, he played pretty well. Who else was a new signing? Obviously, Bennacer. How'd the goalkeeper go? We didn't check on Justin Bijlow. 41 games, 6.9. It's not too bad. Probably could be a little bit better, to be honest. But let's continue forward for a bit. Hopefully, we get that season end of season review. Quickly. Here it is. Season review. New rivals. Benjamin Sesko signing of the season. Obviously, he only got a C though. Okay, sure. An A+ from the board in the league. FA Cup was disappointing, and the Carabao Cup. Disappointing to lose that. It would have been nice to win it, but remember, it's the league and the FA Cup. Although I guess I'll take the league and the Carabao Cup. We've only got one more year to go. Biggest win, 7-2 over Burnley. Match remembers 3-2 win over Spurs, and the goal of the season is now Bennacer. We're still 3.5 star club broadcast revenue down, corporate hospitality down, and match day and commercial gone down. Interesting. Competition prize money is up, and sponsorship search wise, Sesko, Luca, Bennacer, Villa, Holzer, all the ones you would assume. Luca, Sesko, Holzer, Makoko, Villa, Bennacer, Richards, Stroik, Jens, Kalulu. That's looking pretty good. No awards for me. Best player of the season, Sesko, Bennacer, goal of the season, Sesko. You see Sesko's winning all the awards here. Competition awards, he won the Young Player of the Year, obviously. Goals in the season, 36, 16 assists, breaking records, 9 man of the match. We never had a look at how Niall Umyarov played, did we, over the season? So he was alright. It's first season in Premier League, so it can be a bit tough. Alright, so here we are. Let's have a look at the expectations for next season. So they want me to top half, and the Champions League is reach the group stage. Let's accept the current vision. Sesko, we knew that, he won that, so we'll congratulate him on that. Where it is, yeah, there's some whilst I'm running. Where's the budget stuff? I don't want that. End of season break. Everyone's gone on break. Oh well. Finances wise, not sure, but we've got 58 million in the bank. Maybe this is it. I'm not sure. And wages, we committed spending 1.4, so we've got a little bit of wiggle room in there to go. Now we've got one season left to go. We've also got Champions League football to contend with, so we'll see how we go. But Untitled does seem a little bit far off, especially with the likes of like Haaland there. Although he was scored 39 this season, it is going to be tough to overhaul these three here. We will see how we go. So off to do some summer spending. Get in.
Right, guys, we are at the start of our 5th and final season here in charge of this Preston rebuild. We've done the summer transfer shenanigans. The money wasn't that great. It was only about that 50 million, despite being in the qualifying for the Champions League. We haven't had the draw for the group stage yet. Obviously, we've got our first game of the season up against Chelsea. Let's go and have a look what's happening finances wise. There's not a lot of money in the bank. We're over the wage budget, and I have literally spent every single cent / pence that they gave me. Sorry, my phone is buzzing. So unprofessional. Finances isn't looking great, but we'll ignore that. So club vision for the moment is they want us to be competitive in the Champions League, top half finish, 5th round of the FA Cup and 4th round of the Carabao Cup. It's going to be so difficult to achieve a Premier League win this season and get an FA Cup. So at this point, haven't actually won any silverware. My assistant manager actually got Manager of the Year for the Premier League last year. So big ups to him for all the work I have done here. Now it is the transfers that we're looking at. So let's go here and have a look at the transfer history. We'll flick back to the weird way how they do it. We spent a little bit of money here, about 100 million. Dan Axel Zagadou. We brought him in. I thought we needed just another defender. Phillips left. He went to Portsmouth. He wasn't good enough anyway, but I think another strong defender to partner Stroik mainly should do it, and this guy is pretty damn good. Good mentals, good physicals, really good defender. So he has come in, cost a fair bit of wage actually, 65 million. We got Rafinha in, obviously a Leeds fan, kind of slightly biased towards him. He's 28, he's 3-star, but his acceleration, agility, composure, and flair, his dribbling, his first touch is just off the board. So he costs a bit of money, and he should give us good options on the left and the right. A bit of experience there as well. Players out, I don't think there was anyone really here who no, they were all last season. So then the players that came in after the transfer window is Thiago Almeida. He was obviously on loan at the end of last season. We had 5 million to make him permanent, so we did. He was all right. 29 games in the Premier League is pretty decent. I'll bet a lot of them off the bench, but once again, it gives us a lot of options across the front three and in the midfield as well. And he's 24. He's probably not going to get much better, but he's a good squad player for what we need at the moment. And then we bought in. Can never say this guy's name correctly, but the Georgian wonder kid. He's 24 years old. We tried to get him last year, but he actually signed for Newcastle for 41 million. And then all of a sudden, a whole heap of other clubs came bidding in for him, and I was like, hold on a minute, what's happened here? And I remember it's because Newcastle got relegated. So we jumped in and we got him, and he is a really, I keep doing that, don't I? He's a really good player, another person who can play on that left and right. So we've got a lot of wingers there, great dribbling. He looks really, really good as well. Still only 24 years old, so 24 years old. So just added a bit of bulk there. A couple of players out. Iapayden, he's gone out on loan again, and Andreas, he has left for 4 million. A bit of a loss that we've made with him. He's gone to Sporting Gijon in Spain, but he was never that good. Fairly decent first season, but didn't average over 7. And obviously with Rafinha and what's his face coming in to give Chuck. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not even gonna bother. Tactics wise, we're sticking with this Swans alone tactic that I've slightly tweaked for the two strikers, having Luca and Sesko up the front. Oddly enough, Luca has been getting bids in. He got a couple of bids from Barcelona, which he was like, I don't want to join Barcelona. And I'm like, what has happened to Barcelona? Nothing. They won the league last year, but he doesn't want to join them. That's how much he loves Preston. Anyway, City then came in for a bid. He was like, I want to join City. And just a little tip for you guys, because I think if we can have a look here, ensure the player is sold if a bid of 90 million is received. So you reject the bid if you think it's too low. Then just try and work out a number that they're happy with. So I like to start off really quite ridiculously high, see what they say. They'll come back and go, hey, how about this? And you can kind of, I think you get about 3 or so, goes and negotiating it, and you can get something that's 90 million. I mean, 90 million is heaps for him. Man City have that come in with 88 million, but I'm just like, reject, because it's not 90 million. So, excellent. Anyway, so those two are going to start up front. Obviously, they're the mainstay of our team. It's got over $50 between them. The wingers, because we've got such a great depth there, I'm going to leave them to the assistant manager of the year last year to pick there, and that deep line playmaker, because he can choose between so many options like Yusuf Demir, who we've also brought back on loan, and Makoko also is coming back on loan. I think the thing about Yusuf Makoko is he is actually going to be, because he's been here now for 4 years, in December he will actually be homegrown in England. Very bizarre. Maybe even a club. No, England, I think. Anyway, so very strange there. So yeah, he assistant can pick the deep line playmaker there, because we've also got Villa can fit in there as well. So a couple of options there as well. The defence, a bit more solid. Richards and Kalulu on the left and the right. Right back, Kalulu is really my only option, Matt, on a Sunday, who I think him and Declan Rudd are the only 2 original Preston players in the team when we started. We also still have Abdullali on the bench as well. He had a broken ankle last year. He's just kind of hanging around, you know. He's good for a laugh, banter and all that. And Zagadou's going to take here, and then I'm happy for the assistant to put in Stroik or Jens, who's actually our captain, or our young Italian Scalvini. So entirely up to him what he wants to do. This is it, guys. Fingers crossed, is our final season. I'm really hoping for at least, I mean, Premier League would be amazing. FA Cup would be outstanding. It is quite a slog to try and overcome those big teams. But at this point, I would settle for a for a trophy of any kind. So I'll see you guys after the season. And we're back, guys. That's the end of the season, and I haven't looked at anything. This is literally it. Just sat down now. We finished 9th. That's really disappointing, actually. Let's go and have a look and see if we actually have won anything. I think we've won the Carabao Cup as well then, but we've won the European Cup. Wow. So yes, this is probably why we've lost we haven't done so well in the league. We've been focusing on the Euro Cup and runner-up in the Carabao Cup. Let's go and have a look and see how we went competitions-wise. We'll look at the Premier League. Very patchy. Some really bad run of forms, like losing a lot of games. January without any wins. Second half of the season, we really came into our own with only 3 losses and 3 draws. We didn't actually draw a lot of games. We only drew 6. But losing the 14 really sucked. Probably some in there, I reckon, that we probably should have won. Should have beat Palace, Wolves, Villa, Everton, Sheffield United, Palace again, West Ham, Aston Villa, Wolves. That's like 7 odd games, isn't it? You turn those losses there into 21. That's 81 points. We finished 2nd, so a couple of losses there. That's super duper gutting. We'll have a look now how we went in the. We know that in the Champions Cup we went out. We beat Dortmund 4-2. Then beat Sevilla 4-3. Lost to Monaco again. That's gutting. Beat Sevilla and then got hammered by Dortmund 6-1. That probably would have been enough, I reckon, winning that game to see us go through. We then dropped down into the Euro Cup. We beat Hoffenheim, Villarreal, Sporting, and we lost in the second leg. Beat Roma 4-3 in the first leg, and then smacked them 7-2. Wow. Wow. And then actually beat Chelsea in the final 3-1. They got a consolation goal in added on time, so we were totally in control of that game. Back to the schedule quickly. FA Cup, I mean, we didn't do too well in that. We drew Man United and lost 7-3, so that was short and sweet. Carabao Cup beat Leicester first round, that's not bad. Then beat Everton in penalties. West Brom 2-0. Finally beat Palace over 2 leagues, and then lost 5-1 to Manchester United, who did go on to win. No, they finished third. I thought they won the league at City. So not too bad. We did get Champions League football again. It's a bit gutting we didn't actually go out to achieve any of the trophies we wanted, but that's actually the first bit of silverware we have won, the Euro Cup and a run up in the Carabao Cup. Let's just have a quick check of the finances. It's looking pretty sweet there. A lot of money. Champions League football next. Let's have a look here at the goals wise. Benjamin Sissoko with 31, Lorenzo Luca with 25, Makoko with 20, assists wise 21 to Ismail Benacer, that is a lot, and 12 to Benjamin Sesko. Looking pretty good there actually, really. I think we've got a really good squad here, could potentially go on, but that is where we're going to end it, guys. Still a bit disappointing we didn't quite get there, but it is very, very hard league to win the Premier League, especially coming up with a team like Preston from the Championship, who are probably mid-table Championship team. They're not really going to, so to get promoted in our first season, there was a massive ask. It was a big fluke against Fulham on that final day, and then we've pushed nicely on from there. If you have a look, I'll go to club info, competitions, and we've got our domestic leagues here: Championship 5th, 14th in the first year, 7th, 4th, and 9th. But obviously that European run kind of stung us there. That's the first two ones that Preston won. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed that rebuild of Preston there. Like I said, if you have enjoyed this, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you could have done any better. Was there someone I should have signed that could have helped us? And if you do like this, subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. Hit a like there. And also, if you want to see any more rebuilds, let me know. Chuck a team down in the comments there of who you would like to see me rebuild, and I'll maybe give it another shot. Anyway, guys, till next time, catch you later. Bye.